listening.
You are the ones who are the ball lickers.
What we got's gonna turn your brain into shit.
Why you laugh?
Zlurpcast!
Did you hear that, Xtreme? That noise?
What noise was that?
Oh, are you just saying that because you want me to not address it?
Yeah. What was the noise?
It sounded like a fart, but it wasn't a fart. I was just moving my laptop over. It's kind of like so what I learned in radio many years ago was if a mistake happens, don't address it. And I always did.
Yeah.
I'd always be like, "Did you guys hear that? There was like a buzzing." And my boss was like, "Why are you talking about it?" If someone's just tuning in after the incident, they were not aware at all about what happened. But you're going to remind them there was a fuck up on the radio. I'm like, yeah, it's funny. It's like, it's not funny. It makes us look bad. I'm like, okay. All right. Well, this is Zlurpcast. I'd say if you're watching your favorite Blood Bowl podcast, I'm Jonny P, also called the main guy. With me to my left, possibly your right, I'm not sure how it's configured, is Xtreme. Can I say Brian Mitchell?
Absolutely.
Okay. For a long time, you were like, I'm only Xtreme. I'm not Brian. Brian is my work name. And now it's like, well, guess what happens? People are going to know who you are. You know?
Sure.
If they Google Brian Mitchell, it's kind of a relatively common name.
Very common name.
Yeah. If I Google Brian Mitchell, I'm probably not going to get everything that is Blood Bowl. But if you Google John Paulettis, you're going to get a Super Bowl results from 2005. It's going to come up. And it's going to be like, hey, I think I did okay that one, thankfully.
I think the average listener, if they Google Brian Mitchell, they probably spelled it wrong.
That's true, too. I had a dream, oh my God. I had a dream last night, and that was the thing in the dream. I totally forgot to. You know how when you have a dream, you have every intention of remembering it to tell people about it, but then you forget. But sometimes some magic just happens. Like this is magic right now. People may not believe in magical forces and whatnot, but you reminded me of a thing that happened in my dream. But I don't remember all the circumstances, but there was a moment where I was introducing you to another Brian with a Y. And I was trying so hard to bond you guys. Like, he's also Brian with a Y. Like, you guys talk about it, and then I just would, like, leave. I don't know why it was like a setup, like a friend setup, because you were both Brians with a Y. And I don't remember who the other one was. I hope I remember it now. But it was another Brian in my life that is a BRY.
This whole setup sounds like something I would absolutely hate.
You don't know who. What if it was Brian Danielson?
I mean, that's fair.
Exactly.
He's a Y.
He's a Y. It might have been. I don't know him though, but it might have been. I don't know. You can dream about whatever. Did you know that you can you can have dreams about anything, and they don't have to be anything real.
Yeah, I was aware. Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. Do you have any? I know, like we always start off with a tangent these days. Like we were doing all the ghost restaurants. Do you have any dreams from a long time ago that you still remember because you've told people about it?
Nothing I can remember offhand. No.
I have a couple. One of them was I was in high school and I was being chased by is it Yakuza? Am I saying that right? Not Yakuza. Yakuza.
Sure.
And I went onto the school bus even though I had my license and I should be driving, but I was like, I'm going to go on the school bus to hide and not get killed. And the vivid part of the dream was laying on my back on the floor of the school bus, looking above me and watching bullets whiz through the windows back and forth. Like a fucking John Woo kind of sequence there.
Wow.
I remember that. Oh, that was a good one. I don't know if I made it through. If I made it. I don't know. But I'm here now. You know. What's that line? Like if you shoot me in a dream, you better wake up and apologize. What's that from? Is that Reservoir Dogs maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad you made it through the first 4 minutes of bullshit. You, my friend, are the Zlurp Nation. Notice I didn't say my friends. Another thing I learned in Radio Xtreme, talk to one person. Never say you guys or hey everyone. Talk to one person. Why do you think that's important, Xtreme, to talk to one person?
I don't know.
Because that's probably how they're listening to us. They're probably by themselves listening to us. And nobody wants to feel like they're an audience of one. That sounds like just, not fun. Like you guys, are on the pedestal and I'm down here? No. If I say you and not you guys, you know what that makes you? The third bar stool in this little hangout right now. There you go.
Interesting.
Illinois Center for Broadcasting, my friend. That was I don't know, $14,000 that, hey, I learned a couple tricks, learned a couple things. On this episode of Zlurpcast, we're going to talk Blood Bowl. We don't cover what we ate all the time. Sometimes we do. We don't cover all that. We don't rant and rave about rules we don't like. We're not bonehead. We're not gonna claim to be experts on anything except entertaining. That's the only expertise I'll ever claim to be an expert on. Is the charisma stats is off the fucking charts over here. Okay. Xtreme, you too, not just me.
I don't know about that. I think you carry the charisma torch for this show.
Thank you. However, I think that much like when we're in a party together, we are complementary. And most of this episode is going to be your tales of your tournaments. I don't have much to speak of.
We just lost all of our listeners.
No. Well, wait, both of them are done?
Yeah. They're out. Oh, shit, that Xtreme guy's going to talk a lot?
Yeah.
Done.
What was that one, a long time ago to review? It was like, dude, use your real name. You remember that? My goal would be to make it as extreme as possible. And that's what we're going to do. Because here on the Zlurpcast, what we focus on is all of the stuff that goes along with Blood Bowl tournaments. Not so much league talk, a little bit of team building, but it's really about experiences. I think that's the most fun you could have in Blood Bowl is the experience. And usually it's positive. Sometimes there's some negatives sprinkled in. But you know what's great about the negatives? Stories. Yeah. Right? Xtreme, I think I'm pretty sure it was me, you, and Rufer. And we're going to a Blood Bowl tournament in Michigan. And I set up the hotel. I believe I used Hotwire at the time. And do you remember what Hotwire's gimmick was about why they were a little bit cheaper?
I don't.
They gave you no details on the hotel. So you didn't know where it was. You didn't know what the company was. You didn't know where it was. And apparently we didn't know how many beds were there either. Because it was 3 of us, 1 bed, 3 guys, 1 bed, not even a couch, I don't believe. And so I'm on the horn in the parking lot yelling at Hotwire. How dare you? Do you know who I am? Do you know how much I spend on you in Blood Bowl? Go to Blood Bowl, blah, blah. While I'm in mid-rant, a bird shits on my head in the parking lot of, I don't know, we'll say, I'm trying to think, we'll say Auburn Hills, Michigan, where a bird shits on my head. I'm like, this is just great.
I think I have a picture from that weekend. Outside a liquor store with Rufer with a Spider-Man mask on.
That sounds very familiar. Was that the one where we were the Fart Foundation or no?
No, that was a different time.
Okay, different time. Oh, that would have been Taylor anyway. Yeah, listen, those are the stories that go with it. And the fact that we remember that from 16 years ago at a Blood Bowl tournament, sometimes the negatives, they're not negatives, they're opportunities. Yeah. Opportunities.
It's not about the Blood Bowl, it's about the friends and stories you make along the way.
That's right. And I can't wait to hear about all the opportunities you're going to talk about. Because I think we should start right knee-deep into the tournament graveyard. Cue the music.
Brought to you by Older Guardian. When you're here, you eat families.
You are tuned into the Zlurpcast.
You are tuned into the Zlurpcast.
The tournament graveyard.
I have a sneaky good bracelet up there somewhere. Wristband thing.
Oh, nice. I see, let's see, it's hard for me to see. Let me put my glasses on here. I see Dusty.
This is my favorite. I have Darkwing Duck next to all my Batman books.
Ah, I like that. That's really cool. Yeah, I like that. Fun to brag. Speaking of bragging, Xtreme, this Bloodhound Gang shirt, I've had this shirt for 29 years, almost 30 years.
Nice. That's awesome.
And found it in my closet. It's kind of like barely, you know how when black shirts are that old, they're like, it's barely black, but it's okay. It's like charcoal. So it's Bloodhound Gang, and on the front is a nun in a wheelchair on fire, which is great. My mom, so when I lived at home, even as an adult man, my mom would hide this shirt. She
wasn't a fan.
She was not a fan. She hid this one, and she hid my Rage Against the Machine shirt, with also nuns, but it was nuns with guns. And that one was white. I think it just eventually disintegrated because, you know, white shirts are just shittier. This one she hid. I don't even know if she knew what the front was. The back, however, is what she didn't like. The back was
Okay. Yeah.
burn, motherfucker, burn. She didn't like that. I mean, I'm sure she wasn't a fan of the nun on fire either, but I would argue the nun's not on fire. It's the fire is in the background. That's what I would argue. But anyway, we do love our fun shirts, you know. We do love them. Xtreme, you had, I saw Sea Moose had the Z-Team jersey on, so he loves spreading the good word as well. So, you know, probably a good segue. If you want to get yourself a Zlurpcast shirt, highly recommend you do so. Go to zlurpnation.com. It'll come up with our link tree, and one of them on there is our merch store. And there's all kinds of stuff on there, from stickers to shirts, hats. I believe we have Blood Bowl Friend on there, possibly. It might be gone. Oh, no, that was taken away.
It's gone.
That was gone. I should check the appeal on that one. And there might be a Death Path thing on there. So a lot of fun stuff. Get yourself a Zlurpcast shirt as well. And, the Ball Liquor coin as well is available at zlurpnation.com, which goes to Charlie Victor Products website, which fantastic sponsor. Xtreme, should we touch on really quick the colored bands?
Sure, absolutely. The combo skill bands that are multicolored now.
My favorite quick little story on this is I got a Charlie Victor email, because if you buy something, you're probably subscribed to their email list. And it was an email from them. And I should open the email for many reasons. 1, I'm a Blood Bowl fan. 2, I'm a fan of Charlie Victor Products. 3, they're a sponsor and a partner of the show. I didn't look at the email because I don't ever look at emails. We're at the point now where I don't look at emails. And I had the fucking balls to message Duncan and say, you should make bands that are 2-color, like green for guard on one half and red for Mighty Blade on their half. And he was sleeping when I sent that, because it was like, and you said, he has that, check the website. And I'm like, should I delete this? You're like, that's up to you. I'm like, I sound stupid. I'm like, I'm going to leave it. It'd be like online somebody replying, delete your account, bro. You know, I left it. And needless to say, they're on the website right now, charlievictorproducts.com. You can buy a skill band that's got half green for guard and half blue for block. So now the guy that you gave 2 skills to, the player or the guy or the dude, not the piece, shows he's got 2 things. And he had them before. Like, you liked the combo skills before. They were okay for the most part. But what's the one skill that's always going to cause problems with the combo band, Xtreme? Guard. And because green guard. And, hey, Xtreme, I know you have some difficulties with green and red primarily. But so you can see green, but it's not the right shade, right?
So more sensitive to shades, but it's pure red and pure green that can get mixed up. So his green is not a pure green. It's more of like a neon-y light green, so it's fine.
Oh. Is that why Zlurpee is neon green?
No, it's just because I like neon colors.
Well, I mean, not to be a dick, but how do you know something's neon if you can't see the real thing?
Because I grew up in the 90s.
No, because they're telling you it's neon? I'm telling
I know.
I'm telling you, though, how do you know neon exists?
How do you know neon exists? Maybe it's you that sees colors wrong and I'm seeing the colors correctly.
I don't know. Side note, do you know that wrestler Andrade? You know him?
Yes. Yep.
He's got a new catchphrase in AEW now, and it's like gone over like crazy. He goes, how you know? That's all he says. And the whole crowd starts chanting, how you know? Because his response is, how you know? So I would say to you, how you know, Xtreme, that neon even exists if you don't have a regular green to base it off of? How you know?
I don't know. Well, who's to say?
How you know? I'll tell you, I love the purple and green combo of Zlurpy Bowl. I think it's a fun 90s, like Saved by the Bell. I want Zach Morris to, hey, that could be a future star player one day. Hypnotic Gaze, he's so cute. Just saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Slater would probably have Frenzy because he was the one I think started most of the fights when they went at it a little bit. I think it's enough chit chat. We're in the graveyard. Enough bullshit.
It's a full graveyard. We should get to business.
We should get to business, yeah. So in this graveyard, the big one is going to be Gencon Cup. But Gencon is more than one tournament. Gencon, for most of us, we know as a tabletop gaming extravaganza. Miniatures, but really a board game, card game, role-playing game, dice games. Gencon is the mecca for all of this. There's good, there's bad, there's ugly, there's all of it. There's people that I know that say, I never want to go to Gencon again. I've been there before. I get it. It's cool. That's enough. I understand that. Then I also understand of saying, like, how could you not want to go? It's the biggest thing ever. Don't you want to be at the biggest thing ever? Xtreme, you are a little different. You go for one game. You're that guy. You go for one game and one game. Like, it's like the crusty old grognard saying, I play this role-playing game from 1978 once a year at Gen Con. That's you.
Sure. No, so Gen Con is an experience that every gamer should do at least once, I think. I've said that for years, and I do believe it. Like, you should do it once. But for me, I've done it enough times, and I don't really like crowds or people or being touched. So I've told someone at the con this year, like, I don't really like Gen Con, but I'm here for 4 days. I'm here to play Blood Bowl.
Yeah. I would argue how you know.
Yeah, because I've done it in the past. That's how I know.
But if you're there for 4 days, how do you know you don't really like Gen Con? If you're there for 4 days, you're a glutton for punishment, is what you are.
When I say I don't like Gen Con, what I'm saying is I don't like what most people envision Gen Con to be. You know, the dealer hall and
why do you
going
keep
there
saying
shopping.
touching, by the way? You're always like, I don't like to be touched. What booths are you in at Gen Con? Because
you can't avoid bumping into people and grazing people and having people back into you is horrible.
Yes, you're going to get a backpack to the face a lot, okay? But you make it sound like you're getting groped. And, no offense, bro, you ain't that guy.
I'm
cute.
I'm a little overly sensitive to it. It really bothers me when someone hands your change back to you and touches your hand. That freaks me out, and I can't stop thinking about it for hours. Like, I don't want to be touched.
Well, I mean, I'm of a different ilk. If I shake hands with somebody, I know I'm going to wash that hand before I eat lunch. That's more my thing. I don't like touching because I think about what else am I going to put in my mouth, and now your hand and whatever touched your hand is now in my mouth. And that guy that said, "Bro, I love Zlurpcast. Can I shake your hand?" And I'd be like, "Did you just take a shit? Which hand did you wipe with?" And they're going to say my right hand, and I'm like, I know it's not supposed to shake lefty, but we're going to go, maybe we'll do one of these, a little cup hand. So I don't like being touched either, ideally, but you can't avoid it. The aisles are cramped. The games are cramped. I don't like that about Gen Con at all. I think if I went again, it's been a while. Last time for me, it was probably 2017. I think it was when we had a booth for Death Path. And I played in maybe a Super Show tournament and Blood Bowl. That's probably it. It's enough,
So my current plan keeps me away from all the... So if you also don't like big crowds or things, there's things to do at Gen Con where you don't have to do everything you see online, which is these mass groups of people trying to fit through a doorway.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. Blood Bowl, the first 2 days of Blood Bowl this year, we're going to work on getting it back completely, was actually in Lucas Oil. On the field. So it's pretty cool. And the great thing about being in there is you have more space, you're spread out, it's not nearly as crowded, and the ceiling is incredibly high. So it's not loud like everywhere else.
It's kind of cool, too, that you're playing a football game where football is, right?
Yeah, it's super cool. It's really special last year because it was the first time. This year, some of that specialness wore off because we'd done it before, but it was still super cool being in a football stadium.
I like that. I think that's. I don't think I've been to. I think when I went to Gen Con last, it was not there. It was in the board game.
Yeah.
It had like the green tablecloths everywhere.
Yeah, so the first Blood Bowl tournament at Lucas Oil was last year.
Okay. So it really is new. Well, having Lucas Oil, part of it's not new. Having Blood Bowl there is new.
Correct, yeah. Okay. True Dungeon's been at Lucas Oil for many years.
Hey, here's a thought. What about like a flag football game in addition to Blood Bowl there? Could we pull that off?
Possibly. I mean, there's a 5K at Gen Con, so there's
I'm not
people.
running. I'll do sprints. I'll do sprints to sack somebody, but I'm not going to run.
Sure.
Okay, that could be something.
Yeah.
Or let's take it a step further. And we might have covered this on an old Zlurpcast, which we are going to do back in the day later. G-Dub fans are going to love it, by the way. Live action Blood Bowl, but not what you think. You actually stand in squares, and you wait for someone's hand touching to move you. Like someone's going to pick you up and move you. Would that be cool? They got to be big, though. That's the problem. If we're going to be miniatures, the person with the hand has to be huge.
Yeah.
Right? See, that's the problem. I'm an idea guy, not a logistics guy. So, if you could you work on maybe the logistics of it all, of how we can get like almost like a god level being, like a Galactus level being moving us around.
I'll work on that.
Okay, thanks. If you can get the schematics together, I'll approve them.
Yeah.
Okay. So Blood Bowl, we're talking about Friday, Saturday, Sunday Blood Bowl, yes?
Well, before we get to that, the Saturday before, I have a little tournament graveyard. So the Saturday before Gen Con.
I thought we were jumping in Gen Con. I'm sorry. So we're going to do what, Sanctuary Cup here?
Nope.
Oh, there's another one?
Yep.
Lots.
Bloodweiser Brawl in St. Louis area. The Saturday before Gen Con, so this made a very busy 8 days for me of Blood Bowl. But I had never played in Missouri before, and I always wanted to hit a St. Louis tournament, and St. Louis tournaments are kind of rare.
I am shocked you have not added that state badge to your list by now.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's not a ton of action in St. Louis. So
is that because of Cubs fan, you hate everything over there? Is that like?
No, there's just not a lot of Blood Bowl tournaments in St. Louis.
Okay.
I think the last one before this was one that GW ran 2021. So
back in the old law quoter era, remember that?
Yeah, before that he ran a tournament, but he ran a tournament in Indiana. So.
Oh man, hey, only a lawyer would skate around the rules like that. What is get a tax break in Indiana? What's going on over there? So Bloodweiser, it makes sense, right?
Yes.
Bloodweiser, we're in, essentially the home of Budweiser. And instead of Nafweiser and best kegs, you had Bloodweisers in the game, right?
Yeah, so there were multiple keg themes. So every knocked out player was coming back no matter what. But the lower you rolled, the worse shape he was going to be in when he comes back. So if you rolled whatever, low, he could get really stupid, he could get drunkard, etc. But if you rolled a 4+, he comes back, he's good.
Great, yeah.
So it was pretty cool. It was held at one of the miniature market stores. I think they have a few stores. So that was really nice. They had tons of product. It was very spread out, very open store, and cool place to play.
So the same miniature market that we've ordered from online forever, this is like their brick and mortar store.
One of them, I believe they have at least two. But yeah, so that was really cool to see because I've spent a lot of online money with them, so it's nice to see.
And online money's not real money. It's kind of cool. Like PayPal money's not real money.
Right.
It's like your wife doesn't know about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For this tournament, I was testing. I've been going through different phases of testing different things with Dwarves this year, and this was my fouling test. So we're using the Euro Bowl rules. So I was able to stack 2 skills on 2 different linemen, and I gave them both pile driver, dirty player.
Okay.
So basically, I was looking at it as 2 chances at armor, or 2 chances at injuring a player. One of them basically has kind of mighty blow on the ground.
Did you have bribes?
I had 1 bribe. I believe. Yeah, 1 bribe.
Okay.
So
Is that enough to go full on fouling dwarves with 1 bribe?
the bribes were fine. There was several times where I just didn't want my player to be on the ground, so I chose not to do the pile driver, which was kind of painful because I have 2 skills invested in them. But for the most part, I was using it, and it was pretty effective at remove. So I had those, and then I had a few Mighty Blow players as well. So my whole plan
Sounds
was...
like you were at odds in your own brain about like, do I want to go all in on the fouling, right?
100%, yeah. It just doesn't feel good for me for dwarves. Like, it's not something I want to do. So I struggle with it, but more than any time before, I fouled a lot in this event because I had 4 skills built into doing this.
You felt you had to. Like, hey, listen, I don't like it. I feel out of my element, but I committed and I got to do it.
Right. Yeah, so it went pretty well. I did do a lot of removals. My record wasn't fabulous. I ended up with 1-1-1 for my record. Played an ogre team, and we were in the rain, and that one ended in a 0-0 draw. Kind of dull and boring. But it's not always about the Blood Bowl. It's about the people you meet along the way, as we've discussed.
Stories, bro.
Yeah, so this was cool because I got to see a lot of players I didn't expect to see there. Henry was there, H-Dubs.
Oh, yeah.
Armadillo was there.
Yeah.
So these are both guys that I think the last time I'd seen them, I may have seen them at Chaos Cup, but the last time before that I can really remember having time to see them was at the Iowa tournament that you were in.
That's right, the Goat Out, because that's where Henry would come with his gang, and Austin, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, would come. Yeah. Did he have his cowboy hat on?
He did. I mean, I think it's permanently attached. So.
Yeah. He's like a real life cowboy. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's really cool. So those guys traveled over from Nebraska, and there's a guy from Wisconsin. It was a lot of traveling people to come there, and then there's 3 of us from Indy. I think there's only 1 person there that was actually from St. Louis, which is interesting. Yeah, it was organized by a dude from Springfield who came up, and it was a great time. Really cool tournament. I went down there with Alex. Alex was playing Bretonians for the first time and had a pretty miserable day.
Really? I actually thought he would love. I was thinking, I saw your notes, and I know the style of play that Alex enjoys, and I know he also likes annoying skills.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm actually surprised he didn't really enjoy them.
Yeah, so I didn't put it in my notes, but Alex won the equivalent of the wooden spoon on the day. And I won most casualties. So
okay,
we left with trophies.
Left with trophies, yeah. It's always rough, right? Like, if you win a wooden spoon, you're not going to, no one's happy about it,
Yeah, so my loss came round 3 at the top table to Henry, and Henry went on to win the whole tournament. So he was the champion of the day.
Sweet. He's a good coach.
Yes, indeed.
The question is, did he learn from his dad, or does he win in spite of his dad?
I don't know.
Like, I'm going to be better than you ever were.
He's pretty good, though.
Yeah, he is. Well, sounds like a good tournament. Is that something that might be recurring, or was it kind of a test to see if there's a market here for that?
I'm not sure. So it's part of the GOAT series, tournament series, and most of their tournaments are on the other side of the state, in Kansas City and Springfield area, I believe they have some. So this was like their first venture out to St. Louis to the east side of the state, which is a little more achievable for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is there a Kansas City in Missouri and Kansas, or is that like a Mandela effect thing?
So I don't know. I think it's one city that crosses the state line.
Okay.
I think it's one of those things.
Because I thought I remember telling them, they're like, I think there's 2, but maybe not.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think it's one city that's...
Well, hey, tell us in the comments.
Yeah.
And you know what? We'll pick one winner to win a Pasquale's pizza. Just kidding. Just kidding. Our listeners are not allowed within 100 yards of a Chuck E. Cheese. That doesn't mean the DoorDash driver can't grab the pizza for you. Just saying. Listen, Bloodweiser Brawl, glad to hear it happened. But now we're going to move back to Indianapolis, right?
Yeah, so that was Saturday. Then the following Thursday, Gencon starts. So not even a full week break. Yeah. So Thursday of Gencon. So Gencon, I had decided I was going to take OWA for the entire con. I painted up a cool team that I love. I have a whole huge backstory for them. I'm very attached to this team, but I hadn't played any games with them. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take them to Gen Con. I'm going to play all 3 tournaments with the same team. It's going to be cool. If nothing else, I already love the team, so it's going to be fun. I'm going to build some stories.
Did you take notes while you were playing because you knew you were going to make some stories up with them?
Just mental notes. I didn't really keep anything written.
I can't remember. Like for me, I have to write a few things down, but I skate that line between I don't want my opponent to think I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
But I also want to like jot down some notes of what happened because I want to turn that into stories because I'm not going to remember. But I think it's kind of cool to have that attachment. You know, we always talk about like at least name your team, name your players. They are players. They aren't pieces. These little guys, they got families. They got stories. You know.
So I was actually thinking about this earlier today and over the course of the weekend at Gen Con. I know we harp on it a lot, like having some, I don't know, fictional, some creativeness to your team.
Yeah.
Like at the very bare minimum, I feel like is naming your team. Like, and if you can't come up with a name for your team, just pick a professional sports team and say that's it, and that's fine. It's not good, it's not creative, but it's better than no name.
No name is the worst. It's just weird when someone says I'm not creative, but like if you painted a team and it looks awesome, and you play a game with fantasy creatures and there's did you knows and you read all these different things, like I'm not asking you to paint a mural. Like, I'm not asking you to be so creative. It's just the fucking. If you were playing a video game and you're creating a character in the game, do you leave it as in player 1, or do you actually put a name in there? You probably put a name in there.
So the other side of this that I wanted to comment on, and then I have some, whatever, it's happened, but if it is, like, if you don't care about it, just know that there's a few people out there, not everybody, but there's a few people that care, and it took you 0 effort to say, my team's the Indianapolis Colts.
Right. Or even, I mean, I would say just take a name and even just give it one little turn, like the, you know, in Indianapolis Bolts. You know, just all you gotta do is that, and it's not even that's not even
that's
good.
Like stage 2 of.
But that's not even
I just
good.
want the very bare minimum here.
But that's not even good. You know what I mean? Like that's dumb. That's
So-
not even a good. I just something like I go back to if you were playing a video game, you'd put a fucking name if you made a character, right? It seems like, but as we've learned, is there a correlation between pieces in a game and no name for this team? And I may not even like calling it a team. It's my faction at this point.
So possibly. So in the 4 tournaments I played over the course of 7 days, I don't want to call anyone out specifically, so I won't say any names, but there were 3 different teams that had no name. One person, I keep track of everyone that plays the teams that I love. So the 40 Miners, the Storm, my OWA team, and rolling with my 40s. So those 3 teams are teams that I hold to a higher standard. I keep track of every team name I've played against. So before my game, I'm writing down, I'm like, hey, what's your team name? And one of my opponents said, oh, I didn't think I named them. And that was the end of the conversation. It just stopped there. Not like, oh, let me come up with something real quick. Just done. It's like, okay. So 2 other people that I played were like the person's name and then whatever race they were playing. So like Brian Mitchell's Dwarves. Okay.
Is that because that's what the roster, like the file name of the roster was? Like,
No, because there was a team line and they took the time to type that in the team line. So
you gotta type that. So Brian Mitchell's Dwarves, you know what I would do? I'd be like, we're the BMDs. What are the BMDs? Big Mother Druckas. But in reality, Brian Mitchell's Dwarves. Like, you can do anything, right?
Yeah.
Anything counts.
And again, the only point I want to make is it takes so little effort to do the very bare minimum, and it may not matter to you, but it might matter to 1 or 2 people you play along the way.
I think it should matter to the tournament organizer, too. If I ran a tournament and I'm thinking about 16 brackets in my head, I want to see some names in there, not Jeff's Orcs.
Yeah, But anyway, so that's
sorry for the rants.
that's a rant that doesn't involve what we're talking about here.
Like sorry, but also not sorry, because it's our show. We can talk about whatever we want.
Sure.
But that's how Blood Bowl is fun for a lot of people, and that's okay if it's not for you. But to your point, I think Jervis once said, "A game is a social contract between you and another person." And if that was what makes the other person have a better time, yeah, go for it. Much like turning your players when you're done. Much like marking which guys have what.
Yeah, that's a good start. So, first tabletop tournament with OWA was the Gencon Cup on Thursday. So Thursday events typically have fewer people attending them because most people that go to Gencon on Thursday want to go to the dealer hall and be part of that mass group of people all waiting outside the door and running in like a bunch of crazy people.
So
that's not me.
Run in and buy stuff that you have to walk around with all day.
Indeed, yeah. So that's not my bag, but Blood Bowl is. So I went to the Blood Bowl tournament, and 19 other people were there. There was 20 people total for a Thursday event. That's a pretty solid number. Very happy with that. Shooty did a good job running the tournament. This was the second year that he ran this at Gen Con. It grew exponentially into the second year.
So this is the Gen Con Cup on a Thursday. As just a participant, I would think the Gen Con Cup would be the big one on a Saturday, right?
Saturday is Gen Con Bowl.
Oh, we have bowls and we have cups. So, like, if you order a bowl of soup, it might be like $7. If you order a cup of soup, it's like $4.
Yeah.
If you're Panera and you raise your prices like crazy, then yeah, Okay, so this is the cup, not the bowl.
Indeed. So this is the cup. So I sat down to play my games, and I had a phenomenal day. It felt really good. It wasn't just like the results that I was very happy with, but the way the team played was just very exciting for me. It felt like Dwarves with an element of dynamic play. So I was able to like blend some things that I like together. It worked really well. My first game, I sat down and I tied a Dark Elf team.
Okay.
So we started off with a tie. It's not a loss, so we're okay. And I won my next 2 games. So I finished the tournament with 2 wins and a tie,
Nice.
which was pretty awesome, but I got very few bonus points along the way. So I think I finished in 4th place.
What were the bonus points?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I didn't get any.
Okay. I understand if you could add a chance to, like I think I mentioned on the last episode, if bonus points are something that are attainable, it gives you something like, hey, I lost my first game, or I tied my first game, but I won my next 2. If I try for bonus points, maybe I can get to that upper tier.
Yeah, I don't remember the scoring. One of the themes of the tournament was every player or every team got to nominate one player to be a try-hard player, and they got the pro skill for free, but then everyone had animosity towards them.
Do you think Shooty just makes up random shit to try it out at these tournaments? Like just random, like, how about everybody gets pro, but then they have animosity? It's never been done before, right? Right?
No, I mean, I just think that's what he enjoys in tournaments, and people go to his tournaments, so they must enjoy
All I
it.
ask is, if you have a heavily themed tournament, maybe this shouldn't have been Gen Con Cup. Maybe this should have been fucking Super Robert Lawyer Man. Not Robert, robots, or Robert, whatever. Super Robert Lawyer Man, crazy skills. Just saying.
There's a zombie in there, too.
Zombie, whatever, Zanzian, whatever.
But that's not his name anymore.
Zanzian.
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 Or Shan, as Ryan has been calling him.
No, that's funny, yeah. I want to know, like, he writes a NAF Midwest rep. Like, I didn't vote for you. Like, how did you become king? The Lady of the Lake presented this sword. Like, how did he become that? I didn't vote, I'm not in the Midwest anymore. I don't get a vote, but,
Yeah, that's not a role that gets voted on. You get assigned to that role.
That's how we get corruption in the system, folks.
Sure, yeah. Anyway, so I got very few bonus points. My try-hard got 0 points. The try-hard earned points through touchdowns and casualties.
Okay.
My try-hard was my ogre, because pro on an ogre is super awesome. And no one's going to give him the ball anyway, so I don't care about animosity. So it was very effective, but he didn't get any casualties or touchdowns, so I didn't get any of those points. Which was fine. The winner of the tournament was the only coach to go 3-0-0, and that was Sea Moose, Mr. Ryan O'Leary.
Ryan O'Leary, Sea Moose. And he is he's a good coach. He runs tournaments. He runs events. He's a great community member. So awesome to see him take home first place. On this.
He's been on quite a hot streak, and as we continue through Gen Con, the streak will continue. He's doing really well right now.
Put him in the hot seat.
Indeed. So that was Thursday. Thursday was a good time. We played at the tournament, and then because we're old, we went straight home. Had dinner and went to
boring.
bed.
Hey, I'll tell you, it's Thursday of Gen Con. Like, people are lucky that anybody's doing anything. Because let me ask you, so this tournament, was it mostly people who had other plans for the weekend? Or was this like, no, a lot of people were Iron Manning Blood Bowl the whole time?
So there weren't, the only people that I saw play in all 3 Blood Bowl tournaments, and then Beach Bowl as well, but the only people I saw play in all 3 were kind of the people you see at Blood Bowl tournaments anyway.
Okay.
There's a lot of con players at Gen Con, people that only play at Gen Con or Adepticon or one or the other or both. Those people didn't play all 3. Most of them didn't play 2. It's like
Because to them, it's just another game to them. It's not their life.
I'll do one day of Blood Bowl because I like Blood Bowl, but I like all these other games too. So I'm going to do a day of this, or half a day of this, half a day of that. Blah, blah, blah.
I bet there's a lot of people, and if you want to, tell us some comments, social media, or Zlurp Nation Facebook group, but like when you go to con tournaments, do you prefer, like, this is great, I get to play people I never normally get to play? Or is it, this is not great because they don't know our same, like, norms and etiquettes? Like I think there's probably more of that, but I bet there are some that's like, hey, I want to see new people.
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing new people. But then there's also like, oh man, this, whatever it may be,
No, absolutely. I think it's definitely a personal taste type thing, what your personality is. My perfect world would be like, of 3 games, 1 brand new person I've never seen before, and then 2 familiar people. But I know for a lot of people, it's the opposite. They would rather play brand new people.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. However, my caveat would be the brand new person would be brought in by someone I know. So they're brand new, but they're vetted.
Yeah,
they're vouched for.
That's fair. You're not going to get that at conventions as much. But
you're going to get what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. It ain't Burger King your way right away.
Yeah.
And Nurgle King now. You're going to get what you get.
So there's, we're lots of tangents. It's crazy. This is what Zlurpcast does, I guess.
This is Zlurpcast. Listen, you want a couple of tangents? You're looking at them. Xtreme and I are a couple of tangents. That's what we do.
So I've heard like statistics that cannot be proven and can never be measured, that there's more Magic the Gathering played at kitchen tables than there ever is on Friday Night Magic. Like, people play at home with their friends more than they go to the stores and play.
No fucking way.
That's what I've heard. And then
From
I've
who?
also from Wizards of the Coast say that. But then I've also heard the same for Blood Bowl. Like, Blood Bowl, there's more like little store leagues that the new set came out, they play in there, and they never go to tournaments or never reach out or never even go on the internet to talk about it. They only play in their little group.
So here's what I'll say to both of those points. I would agree if you're counting number of total players who have played one game, right? I have played Blood Bowl once. I'm in the pool, right? I've played Magic once. I'm in the pool. Realistically, if you count games, though, there's no way. There's more games of Magic and games of Blood Bowl at kitchen tables. But if players trying stuff out, there's no doubt. Because to a lot of people, these are games on a shelf. And they can just be what we did this Thursday night and never again, right?
Yep. So what I'm trying to bring it back to here is when you go to a convention, a lot of those people that only play with their little group will come to a convention and be like, oh, Blood Bowl. I play Blood Bowl. I'm going to sign up for that event. And have no idea about tournament etiquette, how we do things, or anything like that.
Yeah. Do they, sometimes, though, it might be good. Like, they don't want to shake your hand. They don't want to shake your hand, and you're like, I don't want to shake your hand.
No,
right?
well,
I don't want to touch. I don't want to touch you. Right? As we said, you don't want to be touched.
Sure.
All right. But what goes with that is, I'm not going to touch you, but I'm also not going to mark any of my players. I'm not going to tell you what's what. I'm not going to, say, oh, you didn't know he had this. So, but the caveat is, we don't have to touch.
I was thinking it's good because they could come learn new things and then take that back to their gaming group and make their whole gaming group a little bit better, so that way maybe they can come out to the next tournament.
You know what my analogy for that is? You know how if you put an ant trap, what's the goal of an ant trap? Xtreme.
To kill ants.
Well, more specifically, to have one of them
and take the poison back.
taste the good shit and then poison the rest of his family.
Huh. Yeah.
That's what Gen Con could be.
It could be.
You teach them things, and they go back and they say, I saw this complete asshole at Gen Con. He taught me all these things, and then we never play it again. Like you could kill groups if you do it the right way.
That's not the goal, but yes.
Like colony, you could kill ant colonies.
Oh boy, we're never going to get through this graveyard.
I'm sorry, I like to talk. What do you want?
Okay, so after Thursday comes Friday. Friday was the Sanctuary Cup. So the Sanctuary Cup is held by, I always forget the name of it. It's a charity based out of Cincinnati, and they do a lot of really good things for disadvantaged people, help them out. So this the price for the ticket's a little more expensive, but once you find out that it's going to charity and stuff, you understand.
Yeah.
And this one, Ryan O'Leary runs this tournament for that organization.
Okay.
So we know someone running it, which makes it feel a lot better. And it's Friday, so we had 16 coaches at this tournament. And I started off the day playing my son, Alex Mitchell, in the first round.
Okay.
So he was playing his nobility all weekend, and I have had horrible luck playing against his nobility. I don't think I've ever beat them before this, but typically it was dwarves versus nobility. But now I have my OWA. Now it's a different story.
Is it?
It is. It was phenomenally different. It was amazing.
Okay.
So the game went great. The first 3 turns pretty much decided the whole game. He received the kickoff, and turn 2, I was playing very aggressively with my human players that are faster. Turn 2, I sacked the ball turn 1. Turn 2, got the ball and scored.
Nice.
And then on turn 3, kicking to him again, I sacked the ball again. So just very aggressively attacking his ball in his own backfield. It was pretty awesome. But I went on to win that game. So at this point, those thoughts that I'm trying not to think about are already in my head. Like, I've never lost with OWA. This is pretty cool.
Don't think about it.
Yeah.
When you go from dwarves to having a human catcher, it makes you feel like you have ultimate power, right?
You're the fastest man in the world.
yeah, I could do anything. It's like, he still fails on a 2. It's like, yeah, but I'm not going to fail because I'm going to roll 3+.
Yeah.
No big deal.
It's amazing. So round 2, I played Shasta McBlasty, one of the Doom Divers. And this is the second time I played him. I played him in Cabbage Cup. So he sat down, and it was funny. He was like, yeah, but this time I have a real team. And I was like, well, me too. Last time I played you, I was using ogres. So I also have a real team today.
Yeah. That's a lot of tough talk from people before the game even starts. Right?
But it was a really cool game. I always have fun playing it. Well, the 2 times I played him, it's been fun. And he gets very much, like Ryan, gets very much into the theme of his team. It's a Little Debbie's themed team. So he's referring to players by their names, and over the course of the game, you learn his players' names. It's really fun.
That's good. I like that.
So I won my second game. So again, these thoughts are getting a little louder in my head now. Like, I've never lost a game with OWA. This is amazing. I'm never going to play another team again. I'm just going to keep playing OWA.
We're at remove your bottom 2 ribs. I'm going to suck my own dick level.
Right.
Put on beautiful people. It's time.
Because I'm at 4 wins and a tie, so I'm feeling on top of the world at this point.
Yeah.
So then comes round 3, and I play House Blackfire, Sean, who's one of my favorite opponents of all time.
Yeah.
I feel like we're very much in a similar skill level and always have really close, fun games.
He said he was way better than you. That's weird that you said that.
Well, I mean, this game, he looked way better than me.
He didn't say, I'm kidding. No. I talked to him on the side. He said he was way better.
Yeah. I had a few unfortunate things happen early in the game, and playing someone who's good, they're not going to let you recover from that, and Sean didn't. And he kind of dominated the entire game, and I was slowly losing players, and just, it was rough, but that's fine. I lost. I came back down to earth, and we moved on.
The storm clouds weren't, I don't know, whatever, went away.
Sure.
I know, it's your theme. It's your people that listen. I don't know what the fuck I'm
100%.
talking about.
So the full story of my team that no one will ever really hear because no one cares, it is a team that's down on their luck a lot. So even the down times fit into my story because they come back up from those hard times. But no one cares about that. The winner of this
coach
tournament,
has a black cloud over his head, for example.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. The winner of the whole tournament was Vinny the Fish, who is also one of the Doom Divers. So far at Gen Con, we've had 2 Doom Divers win tournaments. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got best defense for the day. I shut out my first 2 opponents, and then Sean scored a couple on me. So the awards trickled down, and I got best defense.
Nice.
Because everybody else with better defense won something.
Okay. That's okay.
But yeah.
I don't, by the way, it's a side note. I'm not kidding. I know because a couple months ago, awards were a big hot button thing for people, but like, I don't look at it as in best. I look at it as in the defensive award. Like that's like, it would be like in basketball, you have defensive player of the year.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean you had the most steals or the most blocks. It just means overall, you were chosen based on your performance in defense. That's how I look at it.
That is why roughly 20 years ago I renamed the awards as Zlurpy Bowl. And there is not a most touchdowns or most casualties. They're the Fresh Breeze Award and the
I prefer
Lord
that.
Borek Award.
Yeah, I prefer. It's just easier. I mean, I don't even care even if you don't want to theme it, just call it the defensive coach of the day or whatever. You know, you can say whatever you want, but when you say the word most is when you start asking for trouble, because now most is facts, right?
You know, the other benefit of that as a TO, if you ever make a mistake, it's fine. That's who Fresh Breeze thought won the award. That's who got it.
Hey, it ain't me. It's Jordy. It's old Jordy over there.
So Vinny the Fish wins. So that's awesome. So this is also yesterday, Thursday. Ryan won his second HOTS tournament. So he got his second set of gold dice. Vinny winning this one was his second HOTS tournament, so he had 2 gold. So they were like going back and forth.
HOTS are heating up.
Yeah. So Ryan was like, "But does mine count for more points than his?" Like, there's big rivalry between the two. So they're trying to get that. So they're like,
it would be like extra spicy HOTS versus just mildly hot.
But
and both of these, so all Blood Bowl was in Lucas Oil the whole time.
These 2 tournaments were, and then we're going to move back to the convention center.
Oh, Gen Con bowls at the convention center?
Mike doesn't know why. He didn't ask for that. He just got put in there. So we're going to work on that next year to keep everything in Lucas Oil.
So that was probably cramped, whereas you had a lot of space in Lucas Oil, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so Lucas Oil was great. I mean, we had extra space. We could have spread out even more than we needed to.
Could have had a flag football game.
Well, maybe. A small one.
I'd say tackle, but I'm getting old, so
Yeah, so that's Friday. Friday again. As soon as the tournament was over, Mike was staying with me and driving. So we're like, "Yep, we're gonna head back home, get dinner, and not do any con stuff because we're old and boring."
You guys didn't go out for beers?
We went out for dinner. Jenny joined us for dinner. But,
okay, all right. It's all right.
Yeah,
it's all right. Fun.
So, but we knew the big day was the next day. Mike runs Gen Con Bowl on Saturday, so he needed to be fresh and ready to be a tournament organizer. So Gen Con Bowl is then in the convention center. We've been in Lucas Oil, so now we have to go with crowds. It wasn't bad this year. We did have enough space. Part of that was that 22 coaches showed up. There were 30 tickets available, and only 22 people showed up. The 30 tickets were sold out 6 months ago. So a lot of people that may have wanted to come to the tournament looked at it and it was sold out, made other plans. And then on tournament day, 22 people are there.
So people paid for tickets and didn't show up?
Yeah, so they either didn't show up or got their tickets refunded during the convention itself. So anytime before your event happens, you can go up and get your ticket refunded.
I don't like that, but
it's not.
Okay, it's a con, right? What can you do? I guess.
Yeah, it's part of being at a con. Things come up. People. So there's lots of good excuses and there's also not so good excuses why someone may not show up. But some of the events, like if they did really well at their main game that they're playing on Friday, they didn't realize they were going to qualify for the championships on Saturday. Right. Now they have a conflict, so they have to get rid of.
So if you run a tournament at Gen Con, do you as the TO get their entrance fee as money to buy stuff or no?
So it depends on what you ask. So most of the money is going to go to Gen Con. Then like you have a base amount of money for your ticket, that's Gen Con's money, and then you can go above that. So for Beach Bowl on Sunday that I ran, I just did $1 extra. So $1 extra of every ticket goes to me. The rest of that is all Gen Con's money. So I believe it's like $2 an hour that goes to Gen Con or something like that. But the bulk of it's going to Gen Con. Very little of it's going to the TO.
So it's roughly like Gen Con's going to get 15 to 20 a person no matter what. And then you could overcharge. I don't like that rule because it makes you be the bad guy. I don't like that.
I don't think you're going to a convention. People are already spending money like crazy. I don't think they're too concerned about it. The only time that it becomes like a sticker shock thing was like when I mentioned the Sanctuary Cup as a charity tournament.
Yeah.
Their tickets were $30 an event, whereas Gen Con Bowl was $12.
Yeah.
So there's always the question of like, well, what am I getting? Oh, it's a charity. Now I understand.
Yeah.
Several years ago,
I still don't understand that. I don't know. These are luxury hobbies, but we get bent out of shape about things, you know.
Yeah.
Like
so,
we'll go to Five Guys for lunch and spend fucking $18 on a burger and fries. It's like, whoa, tournaments. How much more?
Yeah. Several years ago, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, GW ran a tournament that was also $30, and we were all, and it was not for charity, so we were all kind of expecting to get something, and we got there, and many of us were kind of disappointed that we got nothing.
It's hard, yeah. I don't know. I think, like and we talked about in our last episode, but like when I had the brewery, it's like I was trying to be transparent to say I'm paying for the room. Mm-hmm. The problem is some people care about that. Some people are like, not my problem.
Yep.
So,
100%.
Hey. Same thing with Gen Con, right? Not my problem. I'm just here to play games. Like,
yeah.
Okay. You have to be a good enough TO to not let stuff like that bother you, I guess.
100%. And it comes with being at a convention as part of the territory, unfortunately. When I step out of like being a game master at Gen Con, I always think about too, like all the people that really wanted to go to the tournament, saw it was sold out, like, well, fuck. Like that was what I really wanted, but okay, I'll make these other plans. And then there's 8 people that don't show up.
Yeah.
Like,
do you think there's people like Blood Bowl primary game people that didn't go to Gen Con, didn't actually go to Gen Con period because they couldn't get into Blood Bowl? Like if I can't get into the main game I play, there's no reason to go and find other games.
I don't think so.
Okay.
If it did, it would be a very, very small number.
So you'd like to think that the people that couldn't make it found something else.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, the 22 of us that were there had a great time. Mike always does a phenomenal job with Gen Con Bowl, which has many challenges of being at a convention, not just tickets and stuff.
Mike's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Yeah, and I think I like to think of him as like the king of Blood Bowl conventions, because he does everything at Adepticon and then has run Gen Con Bowl for many years now.
Yeah, he is kind of. And we didn't vote for him, so King would be good. We talked about that earlier.
Yes.
Mike is the king of Sting and the master of disaster.
Sure. But after having 2 phenomenal days with ODUWA, it's still feeling really high. I just had that one loss. This was kind of my coming back to earth day. Which I needed.
The boner went down, right?
Yeah. Which, I definitely needed. So I need to come back to earth a little bit. The first game, I was playing against an orc team from Ohio, and I made a key mistake early in the game of not respecting the orc passing game. I didn't expect him to pass, and he set up this giant passing play and ran away for the score.
Because you always expect orc thrower, he's the guy that picks up the ball, and that's it.
Yes, yeah.
That's what you think.
It turns out he can also throw. So
I've heard stories.
Caught me off guard, but he scored.
Who did he throw it to?
A blitzer.
Okay.
So after that score, he was removing players quite frequently. I was running out of players. I was down a score, but I fought my ass off the whole game. At the end of the game, I only had 3 players left on the field, and I was doing everything I could to stop him, and I did. So I lost 0-1.
Down to earth.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, orcs. To me, they're a tier 1 team and always will be. But
they definitely are right now.
I think they've always been, personally, because they seem like, while they don't have the agility, it's still 3. So they're still humans with armor and can do whatever.
Yeah.
And I just find them to be, in the hands of a good coach, they're great. In the hands of an average coach, they're so forgivable that you could fuck around and still do pretty good.
Yeah, they're in a very good spot right now.
Yeah.
My second game was against a local coach that ran a tournament in HOTS recently. Has attended a lot of them. I think he's like attended 7 HOTS tournaments. PS2 Spyro hard copy. So
I think I had that. I bought a Game Genie, then I got the PS2 Spyro hard copy.
Yeah. So he's a great
He helped
guy.
me be really good in Double Dragon.
He's a great guy, a lot of fun to play. He was playing ogres, and he came in with an agenda. Like, he knew that Mike had a Dirty Deeds award for most foul attempts.
Okay.
That was his goal. So he had a pile driver ogre, and he had 4 dirty player Noblars. Like, he was here to foul.
I love that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I know there was talk, again, on the whole, like, awards thing, like, if you're coming just to foul, you're not like, hey, man, I don't tell you how to play your game. You know,
Right.
like, that seems like you had a goal and you want to attain it. Much like in real sports, you can strive to be the best defensive team. But we were only 500. True, but our goal was to be number 1 on defense, and that's what we did.
Yeah, so one of the beautiful things with Blood Bowl is that there are so many different ways to have fun with it. And if this is one person's way of having fun with it, I'm okay with it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to stop anyone from having fun their own way. I just want them to play Blood Bowl.
Yeah, because you can still do that with all the normal etiquette and niceties, whatever you want to call it, as a coach. But hey, I'm just trying to kill. If there happens to be a point where I could pick up the ball, sure, I'll get it. But I would love it if everybody was prone first.
Yeah. And, he came in with his goal, and he did his goal very well. No, he had double-digit fouls in our game. It was a lot. It was crazy. But I was able to, because he only had 4 ogres on his team, because he bought bribes and stuff to complement his fouling game, I was able to get my hits on the Noblars and rack up some casualties, and using my speed, was flying through to get touchdowns. I won the game 5-0 and caused 8 casualties.
Whoa, domination right there.
Yeah. I know you've scored 5 touchdowns before.
I have, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember when and where.
No.
But yeah, that's pretty good. Is that your highest you've gotten?
That is my highest. So a new game noted on the coach page there.
Yeah. You've gotten, obviously we know as a dwarf coach, majority of your games. Have you done like I know when I've played dwarves, I think I've won most touchdowns a couple times.
Yeah,
Have you gotten I don't know, we'll call it non-dwarf awards with dwarves before?
I've won most touchdowns 2, maybe 3 times.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool when you get, Old World Alliance, they're a team that can do everything. So they're not known, are we Bash? Are we this?
Yeah.
The fact that you got a lot of casualties, pretty nice. And a lot of touchdowns. So,
it's Noblars, so there's always that caveat, but casualty's a casualty.
That's right.
My final game was against Seamoose, Ryan O'Leary, who is another one of my favorite people in the whole world. He's awesome. I love playing him. We always have a lot of laughs when we play.
Yeah.
This game, I was laughing through tears because he was kicking the crap out of me and just killing my guys. He was also playing OWA the whole weekend, so this was kind of a mirror match in that regard. And we had very similar skills. I think there's just like 1 or 2 that were different. But just playing Ryan and looking back over the weekend, seeing how many really cool people I'd played was awesome. Like, I got really lucky with the number of opponents I had that were just a blast to play.
It was like the whole thing was a long weekend, fun Blood Bowl extravaganza, and you don't need to necessarily get into every little game. It's more of a, man, this is pretty cool, and I know a lot of really fun people.
Yeah, for sure. In this game, I was losing players. I made a key mistake at one point, and Ryan, just never let his foot off the gas and was easily winning 2-0, but then was able to also score a touchdown in kind of garbage time when the game was over. So I lost 0-3. But also in those last few turns, of course, it didn't happen early in the game when it would have been more helpful. But in the last few turns, I was able to rack up some casualties.
Okay.
And one in turn 16 actually ended up mattering because I got the most casualties award at the tournament.
Nice, congrats.
And I really needed
Was it truly most?
It was a tie for most.
Okay.
So,
Because we were just saying you got the most brutal award,
right.
Right, or whatever we want to say. Awesome.
The overall winner of the tournament, and it was very close. I think he broke his final game was looking like it was going to be a tie, and he broke through for a score to get a win at the very end, and that put him above Seamoose, who ended up the runner-up. But Kyle Corbin, OTS, won the tournament,
Very
which
nice.
was awesome to see him.
Longtime friend of the show and good dude. Glad to hear he's still doing well and kicking people's butts.
Yeah, so it was really awesome to see him win, and that is another tournament win at Gen Con for the state of Ohio. So,
Wow.
yeah. PS2 Spiral hard copy did indeed win the Dirty Deeds Award. I think he had it locked up after 2 games. Maybe even 1 game, I'm not sure. But he dominated it. It wasn't even close. He ran away with it. Best defense on the day was Paperbag 4, Chuck from Michigan, who was also playing OWA in multiple events this weekend. And Zanzian, Alex Schutte,
Chan.
was 3rd place at the tournament. So congrats, Alex.
As we used to say in school, first is worst, second is best, third is turd.
Yeah. So this is where, if you were following Gen Con on social media, you probably heard about Saturday evening. First, I want to say the 3 Blood Bowl tournaments were all very well run. The TOs did a great job, had an awesome time. But again, because we're old and we weren't there for the con, after this tournament was over, we headed out. We got to the door and it was just this torrential downpour. So I was like, you know what? We could walk inside, go around, and it'll be a shorter walk to the car outside.
Yeah.
And maybe the rain will slow down. So we did that. We took the long walk all the way around the convention center. Got there. I was like, okay, we're going to make a run for it. I'm pretty sure this is my idea. I'll take all the blame for this. We should have just stayed at the con for a few hours. It was not a good idea.
You were so determined to leave that it was worse.
We were absolutely drenched. It looked like we all jumped in a swimming pool. It was
Really weird because with your new team, the storm was already there.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You should have been smarter about this.
Right. So it was horrible. And then we drove home and...
You said, by the way, you said make a run. Did you actually guys run? You said make a run for it. Were there people running?
No. I think
Oh,
we were
come
the
on.
only ones outside. I think we were fast walking. But
Okay, is this because the whole old thing again?
well,
You didn't
as
run?
soon as you take 4 steps outside, it doesn't matter anymore. You were soaked.
Yeah. Did you bring any galoshes?
We did not. No umbrellas. Nothing. We were not ready for this at all.
I
So
wanted to say galoshes.
we got to the car and drove home, and there was giant water collecting everywhere. We drove through some water that we really shouldn't have.
Oh, like when you see like on the news people doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
That
They're
would be
like, don't drive through the water. Turn around.
Here's the funny thing: we all watch that stuff. We're always like, "How could you be so stupid? Why'd you drive?" And then, but if you're in the situation, the only thing on your mind is getting home.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do?
Right. So it's pretty sketchy. And then, as we're driving home too, all of our phones blow up with tornado warnings. Like, shit, what are we going to do? Stop in this pond that we're driving through?
So I heard online there was there was a leak in the roof, so people got wet inside too, right?
So we didn't know anything was going on because we had left the con. Once we got home and, we got home where we unpacked everything to dry everything out. It was like, we had Blood Bowl pitches hanging on every drying rack I could find and off chairs and all our clothes. It was a mess. And then on social media, I started seeing about what's happening at the convention center. And there were multiple places in the convention center in one of the hotels where water was just pouring down through the ceiling. It was tons of water coming through. One of them was in the gaming hall that we had just left. There was a spot in the dealer room that was leaking. One of the hotels was leaking.
Probably a lot of merch got ruined.
Yeah, the one vendor I saw that was actually talking about it was like, there's no big damage. We got everything dried off, but, it sucked. But while all this is happening and this water is pouring through the ceiling, the tornado warnings go off and they're trying to get people to move to safety. The videos I saw, there were a lot of people that just didn't move. Like, whatever.
Like if I'm going to die, it's going to be a Gencon.
I guess. I'm going to keep playing this card game.
I only come out and I only play this game once a year. I don't care what happens.
Yeah, so, I'm glad we weren't there to have to deal with all that, but at the same time, we weren't dealing with stuff that was much better.
So let me ask you, how was Lucas Oil Stadium?
I didn't see any complaints about Lucas Oil Stadium.
So all you got to say is, this is where we should have been, and if we would have been there, we would have no problems.
And if there's a tornado warning at Lucas Oil, the underground tunnels are right there. It's just steps away.
Nice.
Like, it would have been better.
Where does that take you?
It connects to the convention center. It's really handy.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's something that glad to hear you guys weren't like super affected by it, but obviously it's pretty rough. So did anyone lose or get stuff wrecked at all or no?
Nothing horrible. Mike had bought a RPG book that day that is now going to be a bathroom reading book because it got wet and it was destroyed. Everything else I think we got dried out pretty well.
Okay.
So nothing permanent. I did find out that my Charlie Victor bag is not waterproof. So I did have to get it home, empty everything out, spread it out, dry it out. But it's doing great now. It recovered fine and nothing was damaged. So it just takes a little bit of effort in that recovery and everything seemed to be fine. I think Mike was a little annoyed, probably blames me for the whole thing, and that's fair. So, sorry, Mike.
Blamed you for the tornado, for the everything?
No, for leaving in the middle of the storm. Like we should have
for not staying there?
we should have just stayed there for a few hours, but whatever. It's
I
in the past.
I'm obviously I wasn't there. I don't know what I would have done. Like on one hand, you want to just leave, for a lot of reasons, but then it's like, what's the worst that could happen? We end up playing a game and having some laughs and hanging out. So, but you didn't know it was going to be that bad either.
I did not. No, I thought we would get a little wet getting to the car and that would be it. But I was wrong.
Well, listen, you could think about this for the next 361 days, and or whatever it is, and try to do better next year. Maybe don't bring the storm next year.
I do feel like it was my fault. I brought the storm to Gencon. So
yeah, are you going to write this in your stories with them about what happened?
Yeah, maybe.
Like local team wizards, conjured up something.
A weather mage now.
Weather
That's
mage,
part of the
yeah.
game. Yeah.
I like it. What else inside the graveyard? Are we done? Are we all dead?
We're not, man. So after all this wetness, we still had Sunday of Gen Con. So Sunday, I'm running an event. Sunday is Indiana Beach Bowl Championship. So
4 days of Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
And the first three, these were all 11s regular Blood Bowl for 3, and then a variance Beach Bowl for 4th.
Yeah, so the idea is Sunday of Gen Con, everything's kind of winding down, but we can knock out 3 games of a variant real quick before you head for your car. So this is the second year I've done Beach Bowl. It works really well in this con setting. You do have to stay on time, get people playing fast that maybe not used to Beach Bowl, but it's fine. Everybody has a good time.
Do you use BBTM for this?
No, like everything at Gen Con was done on paper because you never know like what internet connections are going to be like.
Okay, that's
you don't
interesting.
want to teach like con people that have never been to a tournament before. You don't want to like get out your phone. We're going to do it.
Hey, it's a good way to get rid of them though. Like you're going to have to do this. I won't. Get the fuck out of here.
But the surprising thing, I spent Saturday night seeing these videos of this convention that just looked like a disaster zone. I was like, oh man, like this is gonna be rough because we're playing like right next to where one of these videos happened. Like Sunday, you couldn't tell anything happened Sunday morning.
Oh.
Like they got it all cleaned up. Like they have a whole like food trucks and outside party area that was. There's videos of the tents were just gone. Sunday, everything was back. Everything looked normal.
The beaches were dry.
Yeah. So the work they put into it overnight and Sunday morning, they did a phenomenal job. You couldn't really see how bad things were Saturday evening.
You dip you dip your toes in the sand, and all those other things go away.
Yeah, get yourself a little umbrella drink and forget about life.
I saw you guys. I saw some pictures. You had like pineapple shades, right?
Ryan did, yeah. So Ryan.
Oh, I thought some more than one person with that. No.
Well, he was sharing them with people, so they got to experience the pineapple shades too.
It looked like people were. I saw because you posted some of those pictures in the Discord. By the way, if you want to be in the Zlurpcast Discord, there's an invite at zlurpnation.com. A lot of discussion going on in there. I saw the pitches set up. Those were all your pitches, right? You printed all those?
Yep, yeah. So they put us, I did not request these tables this year. They put us on the bigger tables that we need for Blood Bowl now. But Beach Bowl fits on normal banquet tables that you see at conventions. So that's what I had asked for. But we got giant tables, which was fine, but it did require some standing up and
like the one time when you don't want a long table for the small pitches, right? 'Cause normally we want to play, Euro style. I don't know why that became a thing for a little bit, but like long ways, But now you want smaller because I think those Beach Bowl boards are they 2x2? Like 2 foot by 2 foot?
I think they're 30 inches.
Oh, okay. They're bigger than I thought then. Okay.
But I mean, they're really small. It's 20 squares. So
It looked like the pictures. Everybody, like me personally, I'd be exhausted by Sunday.
yeah,
I would probably be one of those people who bailed and be mad at me.
Yeah, so-
because I'd be exhausted. But they were having a fun time. I saw there was a girl with eye paint on, football style.
Yeah.
Getting into it. I thought that was pretty cool. So
yeah, Mel, she's another local, so she came
looks
with
like
a
she was
goal
getting into
we'll
it.
get to. But yeah, so the tournament was a success again, 2 years in a row that it went successfully. We had 18 seats reserved, and it sold out within hours of the events going on sale. Day of the tournament, we had 12 people show up.
okay.
So 6
Hey,
people.
smaller event though, probably more manageable for just getting through games quickly, right?
Yeah, it's just a bummer to have those empty seats, but it's fine. We made the best of it. We're on the beach. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
And that's
So you lost money, right? Is that what you're saying?
that is true. Yes.
Hey, listen, when you're having a beach vacation, Xtreme, do you think about money? You think about just the waves, the drinks, the
Yeah.
sand, chilling out. You don't think, here's my list. You can see in my video here, I've got these big rubber guys. My thing now, and it drives Heather crazy. When we talk about what something costs, I always say that could have been 5 big rubber guys. It's become a thing because they're like $50 each, and so they'd be like, "Well, that's good." We had to get the car fixed. That was $350. That would have been 7 big rubber guys. So, but when you're on the beach, you're supposed to just hang out and not think, "How much did this beach vacation cost me?"
No,
You
so
just wanna,
like my wife and I have a rule that we've developed in the last 4 or 5 years that I love. When we go on vacation, it's all YOLO. We're not worried about the money. We'll figure that out on the other side.
Yeah.
We're just going to enjoy this 1 week that we get and get back and
I got-
figure out the money cost and stuff later.
I got 2 real quick tangents on vacation money for you. So one is when we did that, it was an East Coast road trip from Chicago. We went to Atlantic City, Philadelphia, New York, and then Niagara. We were supposed to do Cleveland and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on the way back. Ran out of money. So that was it.
Yep.
We canceled the hotel, drove straight through, ran out of money. And then another time we were actually on it was a cruise, and my credit card got declined, and they wouldn't let us leave the ship.
Oh, shit.
I didn't have any money, and I forgot what actually ended up happening. It was wild. I think I had whatever we settled up on, and I remember then, I don't remember all the specifics, but then getting back home, my car was in a lot at Midway Airport, and the credit card, it was only credit card, no one could take cash, and my credit card was maxed out. So I was pretty much stuck. I got home, but I didn't get home. Just goes to show you, you're right. If you're on vacation, don't worry about money. Caveat.
Make sure
If
you
not
have
having money will stop you from getting home, then
Yes.
you got to do something.
Always
Like-
have money to get home.
Right. So, yes, don't worry about money, but also worry about money.
Yes, yeah, that's fair.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I said it was a little bit of PTSD from a couple moments, so go ahead.
No, I get that. So we played 3 rounds on the beach and got everyone out of there just a little late lunchtime so they could get on the road or run into the dealer hall one more time before it closed. The winner of the tournament was Tammy Halper, who is a regular at convention tournaments. I know she goes to Gencon
Okay.
almost every year, and I think she attends Adepticon as well.
Is she in Indiana Blood Bowl?
I'm
not
actually,
sure.
I don't know where she's from. But
Okay, so not a regular Blood Bowl, but like a convention regular.
yes.
Okay.
So she won the whole thing, and she was the Indiana Beach Bowl Champion of the Year.
Very nice.
Runner-up was Sea Moose, continuing his weekend of very excellent results. So he got runner-up at Gencon Bowl, runner-up at Indiana Beach, and first place at Gencon Cup.
Okay, so bridesmaid and a bride.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could expect from someone as beautiful as Sea Moose. Imagine him in a dress. Imagine him
Yeah, that'd be
in
amazing.
a dress. Yeah, imagine.
You mentioned Mel and her eye black. She
Yeah.
came in with the goal of being the beach bully, and she brought Amazons to do it, and she
Okay.
succeeded. By and large, she had the most. There's no casualties on the beach, but there are severe knockouts, and she had the most of anyone there and won the Beach Bully Award.
I love that. I think, hey, listen, if you're dressed in full football gear, People know you came to play.
Yeah.
I still want to do I want to make a spiked helmet one day, and I want to wear that. And I just think that'd be really cool to. But I want real spikes. I want to hurt myself, and I want to hurt others, because that also might fix the whole no touching thing you talked about earlier.
Sure. Yeah.
If they know this guy's real spiky,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Something to work on. But I love going full theme. I think it's cool, by the way, just in general. When people wear football jerseys at Blood Bowl tournaments, I actually like that. Even though it's NFL jerseys and we're playing, blah, 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 whatever. I kind of like that, because it's especially at a con, because it shows the nerdy war gamers nah, there's still cool people here. You're not fucking cool. You're a nerd because there's jocks over here.
If that is part of your fun, I say do it.
Part of my fun,
Yeah,
making me
then do
feel
it.
it makes me feel like I'm cool at a nerd convention. So
Right
yeah.
on. I like it. But that is the long, long story of Gencon. We made it to the end. The convention was over for us. We went home. We went our separate ways. So this is where Mike drove home and I drove home separately, and we had to say our goodbyes.
Well, I see in your notes here, your last line, it says, overall had a great time at Gen Con.
Indeed. Yeah.
So that's the TLDR. If you didn't want to listen to this hour 20, this hour 20 graveyard, overall I had a great time.
Yeah, there were ups, there were downs. Overall, I had a great time.
Okay. Well, good thing I don't have anything in the graveyard, because we're out of time,
I know.
folks.
I'm exhausted of all this talking.
Yeah. Well, good thing we're going to go around the old world, and that's all you too. Well, half you.
Half me this time.
You know what? Let's take a break. Let's do a back in the day.
Oh, okay.
And
We'll
it's-
break it up a little. I like it.
Yeah, back in the day, G-Dub, Gerald Dubinsky, fan favorite. If he was a Blood Bowl player, he'd be fan favorite. He called the Battle Bunker in Downers Grove, Illinois, 2010, and he was inquiring about Blood Bowl. So, you know what? The Jerky Boys would be proud. G-Dub, take it away, back in the day.
Brought to you by Zombie. Eat flesh.
You're listening to the super sound of the 70s weekend with Xtreme and Jonny P.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Back in the day.
Hi, this is Games Workshop. This is Dave speaking.
Hey Dave, what's going on?
Not much. How you doing?
Yeah, you got Blood Bowl there?
Let me check. I think we do.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy 3 copies.
You want 3 copies?
Well, I want to come look at them and see what teams come inside the box. They got Shavens?
Okay, so which one are you looking for, sorry?
Well, it's a Skaven team coming in the box set. I'm gonna get the 4th edition.
Oh, for Blood Bowl?
Yeah, what edition is the game?
Oh, let me check. Let me see. I'm trying to see if it says on here what edition. It's the one with humans and orcs in it.
You don't have 4th edition?
I don't think so. These are the only 2 boxes we got.
But this is a bunker.
Right.
You don't have the most current edition of Blood Bowl? That's crazy. Where do I get that from? You're gonna have to go to eBay or something.
Maybe. I don't know. This is the only one I got. I'm looking at it right here. It's got humans and orcs on the back of it and on the front cover.
You got any teams up there?
Any what, sorry?
Teams. Teams.
No. We did have some chaos, but I think we sold them.
You got a Slan team?
Pardon?
Slan.
No, we don't.
Do you know? Can I get that on mail order? Can I order Slan?
I think so. I think if you go online on the Games Workshop website, you probably could order from there.
Hold on, let me check it out right now. Hang on. I don't see Slan. I see orcs. I see humans. I see high elves. Wood elves. There's no Slan.
Oh.
But they're in your rule books.
I'm not sure then. I'm not sure. That'd be the only way I'd know, unless you try eBay or some other way. That's the only thing I could think of is to order it off from the website.
But it's a current team. I mean, I usually have it, right? Can't you pre-order? Could you do like a mail order?
Well, that's what I thought you could do, unless Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of to do on the website. But if we don't have it on the website, I really don't know where else you can get it.
Well, I mean, you gotta help me out here. I mean, you're a Games Workshop. It's a Game Workshop game. I'm trying to buy this team. I don't really want to go to eBay. My account's suspended anyway, but I'd like to order the team if I can.
Sorry, man. I don't know what else I can tell you. If you can't get on the website, and we don't have it here in the store, I'm not too sure where else you can get it.
All right, man, this sucks. I mean, I'm trying to buy more games, but I got to get the models.
Right.
What up?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, buddy.
All right, you got any block dice at least?
Pardon?
Do you have block dice I could buy at least?
Yeah, dice? Yeah, we got some dice.
Oh, cool. The block dice?
The black ones?
Block. B-L-O-C-K.
We just got the regular D6 dice, mate.
You're going to be making any orders anytime soon? Or is it when is a new shipment coming in?
Probably next time we get shipment, if it's not Monday, it'll be Tuesday.
How much Blood Bowl stuff's in those shipments?
Probably next to none, my friend.
Oh,
we
man.
don't sell much Blood Bowl here.
How come? It's the best game you got.
Pardon?
It's the best game you got. How come?
Well, you may think it's the best game, but a lot of people don't buy enough of it, unfortunately. So we don't have that much stock here because we don't sell enough of it. It's not popular enough, unfortunately.
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to have to hit the streets and make this the #1 game. And you're going to see it's going to be the best game soon.
There you go. That's what you do.
All right, cool, man. I'll talk to you next time.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, later. What up, Sean?
Pardon?
What up, Sean?
Why you laugh?
All right.
You are tuned into the Zlurpcast with the dirty player and the sneaky get.
Brought to you by Nurgle King. Your decay right away at Nurgle King now.
Around the old world.
I go to America!
Did we enjoy the antics of Zlurpcast of old? Yeah, it was fun stuff.
Yeah, if you were there, I think you may enjoy it even more because you get to reminisce and enjoy it again fresh.
So a couple things noteworthy. G-Dub's no longer with us. The Bunker's no longer with us. And I believe Dave's probably no longer with us.
Yikes.
No, not dead.
Oh, okay.
No, clearly he had an accent. We shipped his ass out of here.
I was thinking Dan Duck took him out or something.
No, yeah, Dan Duck. Motherfucking Duck. No, he's a foreign Blood Bowl, or a foreign bunker employee. We got him out of here. He was on a work visa. That's the problem. Bunker's closed. Time to go. There we go. Well, the question is, G-Dub hit the streets. Did he make it the #1 game? Xtreme, did he?
I don't know if it's #1, but it's definitely stronger than ever before. So I think he may have had a hand in that.
Yeah. I mean, it took 6 years for GW to take notice from the call in 2010 that made headlines worldwide. 6 years later, they released a new version of Blood Bowl and became bigger and better. So,
yeah.
Not a coincidence. That's all I'm saying. Not a coincidence.
I mean, it took 6 years of planning. So
6 years of planning. It's a lot, you know? And one Juggalo life to give. That was it. Well, as we go around the old world, we like to cover tournaments that are in our radar. Mm-hmm. And of course there's tournaments like all over. Go to the NAF site. Go to the NAF site, click on tournaments, and you'll see a bunch. You could sort by state so you can see what's in your area. Obviously, we can't cover all of that. We're going to cover the ones that are near to us and usually ones we go to. Put a ring on it. 5 is coming up. That is in Whiteland. And contrary to popular belief, Xtreme, all walks of life are invited to Whiteland.
They're all invited to this tournament. Yes.
Oh, but the town is still kind of like.
Well, I don't want to put you on the record saying anything, but.
Okay, all right, but you know. Yeah. I'm just saying, if I was at Indiana Beach Championship, I'd get a nice brown tan, and somebody might be like, "Is this guy from the Middle East?" That's what, especially if I let the beard grow.
Yeah,
Would I be welcome at Whiteland? I don't know.
we joke, but you're all welcome. Like nothing's gonna happen. Like it's fine.
Okay. I can take that out. We'll take it.
No, it's fine to leave it in. I just want to clarify for the record. Like everyone's gonna be fine at this tournament.
Well, this is a tournament that has a long storied history.
Indeed.
And it is a wedding themed, marriage themed tournament. But it's everybody's invited. You know, you don't have to be like, hey, you know what? I'm not even standing up in the wedding, so I guess I can't go to the tournament. Everybody can go to the tournament. This is like, you know, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. If you want to wear a tux, that's cool. If you want to do a tuxedo T-shirt, that's cool. I probably wouldn't wear the shirt that I'm wearing right now, which is the Bloodhound Gang nun shirt. Probably not that one. Something nicer. But, you know, it's a fun tournament that is to celebrate Alex, the next generation of Xtreme. Do you think he's ever going to take on like an Xtreme moniker or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He's welcome to if he wants to, but I doubt it.
What's more extreme than extreme?
I don't know.
It's more human than human.
I think Zlurp Nation should share their ideas on what an Xtreme moniker could be.
Yeah. I think extreme, but triple X.
Interesting.
The X part.
Yeah.
You know? Triple X extreme. But it should be a blast.
Yeah.
You are going to get dice. They're also like wedding favors too, right?
Yeah. So there's going to be cool dice that you'll get, and there's going to be plenty of awards and fun and decorations. You can come for the Blood Bowl and not care what the theme is, or you can come and be a part of celebrating Alex and his bride-to-be, who will also be in attendance.
Very nice, yeah. That is August 15th, and so I think it's one of those things where if you are all in on Summer Blood Bowl, like as much as you can get, this is the time.
Yeah.
Ordering the 5th one of these. And what's the location of this? I know it's Whiteland, but where?
It's in Jubilee Lodge, so we have kind of a private venue, so we can just be there doing Blood Bowl only, Blood Bowl all day, and it's going to be really cool.
Jubilee Lodge, no relation to Jubilation Lee?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. Is she invited?
Sure, everyone's invited.
Okay. 'Cause it is Whiteland, I'm just saying.
Yes.
It's going to be great. Cool venue, different. As we said in our last episode, love talking about Blood Bowl beyond game stores. Game stores are great, don't get me wrong, but it's so much cooler, I think, when you can create a Blood Bowl environment that is outside of that there. So I think a lot of fun there. Can you share any of the special rules for this one?
I don't remember them offhand.
Oh, then okay. Well, talk about
but I do know we're going to have a special award for, and we mentioned team names earlier in the podcast, bringing it back around. There's a special award for best wedding-themed team name.
Okay.
And this will be decided by my wife, the groom's mother, and the bride-to-be. They will be voting and picking on the name themselves.
I like that. Like, here, let's try it. Let's think of a couple. Let's brainstorm right now.
I'll tell you mine, because mine is not going to win the award. It's
Okay.
So I'm playing Nobility, and my team is the Best Men.
Best Men. That's good.
It's okay.
Like that,
It's okay. It's not good.
Well, at least it sounds like a real team name. I'll throw one out there that's more of what Scott Prime would call a horse racing name.
Okay.
You know, till casualty do us part.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
Just made that up. Just pulled it out of my butt. Whatever.
Right. Good job.
A lot of fun ones you can do though. I think Best Men's pretty cool. You know, it's a good one.
It's good, but it's not award winning. So we'll see.
Not award winning. Like Fowler of the Bride, Fowler of the Groom.
Yeah,
Fowler.
That's another good one.
I don't know. Fowler, is that a word? Fowler?
It could be, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, there's others.
Yeah, but definitely there's plenty
others.
of room at the tournament for more people. We would love to have a great turnout. Go ahead and get signed up. Information's on the NAF site. The full rules pack is there as per usual with any tournament.
Yeah. Sounds great. I think it's something that sounds like a fun with 3 games, I'm guessing?
3 games, yep. So 3 games, get out of there, have a good time.
Yep. And you can be casual. I know I mentioned earlier about fully dressing up. If you're like, man, I don't fit into my old suit anymore, well, maybe you can, you know? My line about suits was always the weddings and funerals. Like, you keep a suit for that. Not my line. I mean, everyone says that, whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can wear whatever you want. If you want to wear your Blood Bowl, get up, you can do that. You know, if you want to go full Rick Gearhart, full tux, you can do that too.
Sure.
Or whatever the other extreme is. I don't know if anyone's ever been so down dressed to be the opposite of that. I don't know what the opposite would be like. Maybe like naked. Or like, oh, you know what? No, because you can't be naked. How about like a diaper?
Let's not be naked. Yeah.
I would be like a diaper only. And then you soil yourself during the tournament.
Oh boy. Okay. Well,
what else we got around the old world?
1 week after Put a Ring on It, I'm very busy. Going to Slaughter Cup. This is in Dublin, Ohio. I think registration is closed on this, but you can always reach out and check. This is Beef Hammer's first tournament, the first year for Slaughter Cup, and there's been a lot of excitement about it. There's 58 coaches that are signed up to be there. Yeah.
58 for a brand new tournament.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it's going to be awesome. The whole theme is about Beef Hammer's reputation is that he goes for most casualties.
Yeah.
So he's carrying that into the tournament. So it's a lot of fouling and a lot of killing is the theme.
I was shocked at what a great attendance. Is Sarge going to be there? Sergeant Slaughter?
He should. Yeah, I mean,
listen up, maggots.
So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time. I don't know if we're closed down or if there's a spot you can sneak into, but definitely reach out and contact them if you haven't. If you're already in one of those 58, I'll see you there.
If it's a casualty themed tournament, I would say show up and just casualty one of the coaches.
Yeah.
And then you take their spot.
Yeah, you got a spot now.
If it's the theme, I'm not saying not a 15-16 roll. Not
no,
but
okay.
Give them a 1 through 8.
Just out for the day.
Why you laugh?
Do you have anything going on around the old world?
I don't like talking. You know? Listen, I got my yard ball here.
Oh,
it's
nice.
a fun ball in the house. You've got the brown one, right?
Yes, yeah. I have it downstairs.
Yeah. Isn't it cool to Mom always said don't play ball in the house. And I would especially get yelled at if I threw a hard ball around the house, because I did sometimes. You know, especially it hits the wall and you're like, oh, did that make a mark? This is the yard ball. We don't get anything from it. I don't know why I'm plugging them. Okay. Armada Bowl. Austin Williams here in Tampa, running this one August 29th. I will be there. It's going to be a 3-round event, kicking off at 11 a.m. Big fan of late start tournaments. I know Xtreme, this is one of the few things that you and I have difference of opinion on. We agree on 90% of things, but I like late start because I don't want to leave my house at 4 in the morning, because I've literally fell asleep while driving before. It happened. Driving to Kalamazoo Cup, Special K Cup, I fell asleep while driving. Didn't die and didn't kill anybody else, but I could have. I don't like that. So I like late start. Leave your house, make the drive to Tampa, 3 rounds. I'm considering either bringing Dwarves for the first time in 3rd edition, the old Black Label Berserkers.
3rd season.
Third season. Thank you.
Yes.
It really should be called 8th edition.
Anything else,
but whatever. I don't even remember first season. What was first season? All right, Black Label with, I think about a runner with Blood. We talked about it last time. 2 guard blitzers, 2 Mighty Blow Slayers, and a kick lineman, 4 rerolls. I'm also considering bringing the party animals, my Slanesh Chaos team. The reason why, they look cool. Glad I bought them. They look really awesome. But I only got to use them one time, and I used them as corn, which was dumb, and I sucked with them. So I'd like to actually use them as a regular Chaos Chosen team. Here's the roster I'm thinking, and let me know what you think about this, because I'm not sold on it, but I wanted a star. I've got Borak. I've never used Borak before in a tournament. I bought a cool painted one years ago when they released the new model, never used them, so I really an excuse to use them. Borak, but only 3 chosen instead of 4. It's kind of weird. You think you should max out, but they're 100,000 each. 3 chosen. All 3 have block, but 1 I also gave guard to. And then an ogre, not a minotaur, because ogres are a little cheaper, and because the beastmen are 55 and not 50, it got me on the reroll thing. So Ogre with block, and then 7 Beastmen. One of them has claw. 6 were regular. That leaves me with 2 rerolls. And then Borak has leader, I believe. Yeah, so I get my 3. I like having 3 rerolls. I don't like going less than that. So that gives me my 3 rerolls. I'm not big on not getting 4 chosen. That kind of hurts, but I don't know of another way to get a star like Borak and still get my rerolls. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a pretty solid roster. I mean, you have 3 rerolls, and you have all the guys you're going to hit with have block. So, I mean, right there, you have a good base to work from.
Okay. Yeah.
The Claw Beastman, I might consider a different skill, but are you doing that because your model has a claw?
Well, I do have I do have some models with claw. I also have a model with extra arms too.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Who's my ball carrier?
It's probably going to be Borak, right?
It is. It is. Because that's me. Yeah. I make star players do the fucking heavy lifting. You're paying all that gold and 12 star player points. I'm using Borak to score with. And then on defense, I'll use him to beat ass with, you know?
Yeah, so it's not like a knock your socks off roster, but I think it's very solid.
Do you think Borak with the ball, with 3 agility, and 1 guard friend with him at all times, I should be able to power my way down a line, like a sideline, to get 1 touchdown, and then stall, or not stall, but like, you know, basically keep it a low-scoring game and get my 1?
Probably.
Okay, that's my hope. Yeah. My hope is to do some removals. I don't have Mighty Blow except for Ogre and Borak because I also put an order in today to Charlie Victor to get a combo band. So I'm going to use a half guard, half block combo band, blue and green.
Nice.
Kind of a fun little way to use the new band on there. Yeah, I tried out a few different ones. You know, I suppose I could do kick on a Beastman. I mean, I have a lot. I should have prefaced this by saying I have a lot of Beastmen for this team. So I have all kinds of different mutations, and it's really like a full. I could almost do a full Beastman team with them. So I could go some. I don't have to use claw. I don't have to use extra arms. Should I consider something different? Knowing now that you know he's not my ball carrier, would kick be better, or would a claw piece?
I would actually be looking for a skill that would help you sack the ball carrier. Maybe a wrestle.
Yeah. Okay. Wrestle. Yeah. Keep him. Would you maybe keep him in the back then, like a safety?
I think so, like safety linebacker type thing, like waiting for the ball to come through.
I'll tell you, Russell was really good last month when I played. He was against Dan Godkowski, I believe. It was. I had OWA with 1 dwarf. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I. Yeah, that was when I did the. That's right. I used my the scares, and the werewolf model was that guy, and I gave him wrestle and strip ball. Wrestle saved a touchdown because it allowed me to put someone down. He didn't have enough squares to then you get the ball and go, and it was so meaningful having just a wrestle guy, not piece, out there in the back just waiting. So that probably would be a good idea. Okay, you sold me. No claw.
Yeah, I just don't like claw without block because you still have to get the guy down to use claw.
My hang up with bashy teams is I never feel like I take enough skills to make them extra bashy. Mm-hmm. Like I'm playing with them out of the box, and then I take skills to help me score. Yeah. When probably a good coach would take skills to help you become more bashy.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a matter of opinion on what direction you go. Do you make your weaknesses strong, or do you really lean into your strengths already? I kind of like leaning into my strengths. So.
Yeah. Well, and I think it'll be fun at the very least to use Borak and use him as a ball carrier. I think it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, well, that should be for sure. I mean, if that's your goal with the team, I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah. I make my stars do the heavy lifting. I don't let them get off easy. You know what I mean? They're two-way players.
I paid you this money.
It's a lot. And here's the thing: it's not even the money; it's the 12 star player points.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You know, and he's not a mega. Do you think he'll ever be a mega or no?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think he's that good.
They took the +2 away from him, so I think he's probably going to be okay.
Did they change his special ability too?
I don't know.
It's just like re-roll a block. Like, it doesn't seem that good. I thought he had a better one.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Reroll one. I think it's reroll one block dice. I think, like brawler.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could be wrong. I think that's what it is. I looked at it, I was like, I swear he had a better one at one point. Like they gave you like double fouls a turn or something, you know.
I haven't really been paying attention to the stars, so I don't know what changed and what hasn't.
You're better than that? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's just not the way I prefer to play. It's fun. Again, everyone can have fun in their own way. My way is without stars.
I don't like stars either. But if you can't beat them, join them. What do you do?
I just
Get
complain.
better. What,
I
you
complain.
get better. Get better.
No, I just complain.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any banners to hang up, Extreme. Let me have whatever I want to have.
That's
okay?
fine. I got banners.
I have no
like
banners.
Right there.
No banners. All right. And also Backyard Barbecue Bowl Part D, September 5th. It's Blood Bowl 7's charity event, so it's for a great cause, happening at Coda's Miniatures. Love that place. You know, look up Coda's Miniatures on Discord and on Facebook. If you see a cool model online that you want, take a picture, send it to him. He'll make it for you. How easy is that? Bespoke Miniatures. I love it. Good quality, too.
Very good quality.
In Palm Coast, Florida, 4 rounds. Once again, it's 7s. Kicks off at noon, so it's another one of those late start days. You can make the drive over. I thought it was pretty cool. All coaches get a sous chef. You get to give a lineman a special meal for the day. And that meal, you roll a D8. You got the empanada of endurance, the mutton of mutation, the apple pie of accuracy, cheeseburger of brilliance, garlic knots of grace, quiche of quickness, sausage of strength. That was Extreme's nickname in high school, by the way. and barbecue ribs of rage. That sounds like the best one, I bet. I'm guessing. It's the barbecue bowl. I'm guessing that's the best one. So pretty cool. You get a meal. At the very least, one of your linemen get fed. And it ain't a dodgy snack either. It's better than a dodgy snack. So once again, September 5th. More details can be found at the Florida Blood Bowl Facebook page and, of course, Florida Blood Bowl Discord. Well, we went around the old world, a very quick trip because that graveyard, we got our feet stuck in a couple of graves. We're going to need Rob to come out and dig us out of this one.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. This has been a long trip through the graveyard and then all the way around the old world.
You deserve a beverage. Try a Bloodweiser.
Oh, I can't. Does it taste like Budweiser? I can't do Budweisers.
How about a Zlurpiss? You know, isn't it time for another batch of Zlurpiss?
It is. It's been a long time.
Jeffro, get on that. I just remember him telling us, like, I cracked it open. He goes, oh, I was like, what? Don't drink it out of the bottle. I'm like, why? He's like, he said something about explode. I'm like, me explode or the bottle explode? And he was like, I don't know. So I poured it in a glass. The downside of pouring Zlurpiss in a glass, in my brain it was green, like neon green.
Yeah.
But in the glass it was, regular. I was hoping for neon. You know, how cool it'd be if it was half neon green and half purple.
Ooh.
I don't know how the mechanics. Once again, I'm the idea guy. You can be the
So
logistics.
it'd be like,
I don't know.
It'd be like a black and tan, only a green and purple.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
You know, I make the purple probably the heavier part of it all. But so Jeffro, get to work. Get to work on Zlurpiss version 2. If you are enamored with this show and you say, how could I get more? Subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Also, not instead of, but also go to YouTube, subscribe to the Zlurpcast channel. We also post shorts on there too. There'll probably be some clips on there and other things. Follow on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you find all of that. Find us on there. Discord Zlurpcast. There is a Zlurp Nation Facebook group. There's a link at zlurpnation.com, I think. Any closing words from you, Extreme?
I don't think so. I've shared enough words for one episode.
Yeah. If you wanted an Extreme episode, you got it. And if you didn't want it, too bad you made it to the end.
You got it again.
There's nothing else. That's it. We'll be back next month. Probably not later this month, but maybe. I don't know. Maybe we will. If we got a couple to cover, I'm down. Hey, I'm down if you're down. And if you, the listener, if you're also down, we'll see you sooner rather than later. Play the closing music.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!